think safety out in the woods, because turkey hunting is getting very popular, and always assume that someone is right with you, working the same bird. That does happen. So, and in addition to that, I take an orange hat and my vest. If I do hear another hunter, I immediately put this on, and if I get a bird, I'm walking with this on. Or if I'm going to one setup or another, I'll put this orange hat on. I just feel safe doing it because I hunt Pennsylvania and New Jersey too. And out in Pennsylvania, you have to wear an orange hat as you walk. For me, it's just a habit. And if you do get a bird, then you want this. It's very easy. You told them right out. You're safe, and that's the main thing. You want to be safe. It takes very, very. I have this one, Stone Forest Trails, and I use this with the compass. I just know where I am at all times. Okay, so that's what I take. Yeah. Now, this is important here. You can pass this around. How you treat your camouflage. You want to look like the light blue man. I'm sure a lot of people here already know this. I used to sport wash. I treat my camo. Lasts for about 2 weeks. But after 10 days, I wash it. And it takes the ultraviolet light out. So the turkeys can definitely see your camo if you use Tide. The breakers, it's going to put you out. A lot of hunters don't know that. In addition to that, this is the most important thing. You can get this in the camping supply at Walmart or anywhere, Gander Mountain. It's permethrin and clothing treatment only, and you don't have to worry about the ticks. Very, very important. Since I've been using this, I can go through wetlands, swamps, late spring, no problem. This with the spit and drum. Okay, instead of gobbling at them, you have to be very careful with the gobble call. If I do use it, this is going on my head. I used to go to a field or a northern road, but this is going on my head. I'll gobble, then I'll move right away. If you get no response, put this hat back in my vest. We've all had hunter intervention. It happens. Most of the time it's an accident, but it does happen, so you have to be careful. But this is a way to challenge the gobbler without telling another hunter that you're there. So it's called the spit and drum, and it's a vocalization. So it starts like this: spit and drum. That's what it sounds like. Now, the first time I heard this, when I started in 1990, I didn't know what this was. I thought it was machinery in the distance. I had no idea. If only I had known, I would have taken that gobbler. But the learning curve is very, very high. I wish there was a seminars back when I started, but there wasn't, and no one really wanted to share any information. So I'll do it again. Ever hear that out there? I'm sure we got veterans back there. There we go. Yeah. I'm starting to hear a lot more of this. Now, this is where you want to use this in the wetlands. Now, a lot of hunters don't like to get in the wetlands, but that's where the old gobblers are going to be. Right in the wetlands. Again. Now, I found out bringing an old gobbler that really hasn't heard that too much from hunters. And after the first week or so, things get really tight, as you know, because they're getting educated. I don't think they get call shy. I think they get sheepish. You see camouflage giants walking around. And you think about it. It's funny, I know. But I know I've made mistakes. I've seen plenty of gobblers over the years. And bathroom and do it. It happens all the time. But I guarantee you really haven't heard this too much from hunters. And they may decide to come in if they hear that. So purr and yelp. Now, not all box calls purr well. Some will whine better than others. And I like to do the whine too, the whine into the yelp, and it's like this. This is a bolt paddle, and this whine's pretty good. It's almost like starting out a kiki run. It's a nice pull across. It's like this. It's a whine into a yelp. down south. It's very easy. It takes a little practice. Just check out your box scores to see which ones whine better and see which ones will purr better for you. And because they're all different, as you know. They're all different sounds. You definitely want to take out at least 7 calls every time you go. I take at least 7 with me. Okay, I'm going to show you. I brought the lunch box with me. This has been around forever, the lunch box, and I actually, this actually came out. I was biking in it, and I actually ran over this with my bike. It's still here. Unbelievable. It was made to last, but it's a 2-sided box. You can make. There's 2 hens. It's always good to remember. 2 hens are better than 1 a lot of the times. That might bring an old gobbler in. Also, what I like to do, and this has worked for me in the spring, plenty of times, especially when I have a gobbler that's hung up, I'll go like this. I also like to take, I'm at the roost, take here. Okay. Roosting and locating. Okay, so you're at the roost. You hear a gobbler, you know where he is. What I like to do is, I want to be different from other hunters. So what I like to do is just do this. Cluck, just to let them know where I am. And these are very inexpensive, these scratch boxes. To cluck, you just push down and sort of snap it up. Now that gobbler knows, that old gobbler knows, he knows where I am. Okay, so I may not do anything more. Okay, everybody's looking distracted, wondering what's in this bag over here. I have a lot of bag of tricks. And what I like to do when I get to the roost, this is a wild turkey hen wing. Say I'm sitting down, I'll just go like this on my tree. Okay? And he can hear that. He knows exactly what's going on at the hen. Now, if you don't have this, and a lot of people don't, just take your cat. Go like that. Okay?
What does that imitate?
Well, who's going?
Okay.
Well, the turkeys will move around on the roost, okay? They're stretching out, they're waking up, and he's going to know that he's hearing another turkey moving around on the roost. He knows there's a hen over there now. And it's a, you know, you want to be sort of original and do something another hunter hasn't done. That's the whole thing. Okay, so now you've done that. Now this is a Preston Pittman fly down flapper. And you can do that with your cap too. And I go like this. Got it? Do it again. Here. Okay. I may not do any more calling after that. Now that gobbler knows the hens around. I know it sounds funny. That's okay. But it works. Now that gobbler, he may gobble back, and I may not call again.
What did you call that product?
This is the Preston Pittman flapper. And you can get that to MidwestTurkeyCall.com. That's where I get a lot of my calls. Some are inexpensive. And that's the thing, you know, I don't want to spend a lot of money either. And if that doesn't, if you don't have that.
What was the website again?
This one right here?
Yeah.
It's called the Preston Pittman flapper.
What website is that?
MidwestTurkeyCall.com. And good question. This is your best friend if you don't use a mouth diaphragm like me. You can take birds. I've taken over 100 birds so far. And but when I started, I thought the only way you can take a bird is with a mouth diaphragm, because that's what everybody, you know, was preaching. You know, but I just don't like them. It's just a personal thing with me. I don't use mouth diaphragm. Same thing with a tube call, which is a diaphragm basically out of your mouth. And a lot of guys are good with mouth diaphragms. They're great calls. But for me, it's just a personal thing. I don't like them, and so I have to come up with other methods of taking birds.
Do you have a call that snaps on the barrel?
Oh, I see what you're saying.
I use them a lot with a string, but I'm gonna.
Yeah. I used to use that, but what I usually do is I can use my voice a little bit and see if I can do it. I've been talking a lot. So it comes right here, right here. I'm just forming the yolk right here. I know that sounds funny. I'm forming it right here, not my mouth. And it's a call that's with me all the time. I can do the whiplets too. It's just a little harder, whiplets. Let's see. Now I'm carrying about 70, 75 yards, and I've killed some good longbeards with the whiplet. You'll hear it in the fall, whiplet. You don't hear too many hunters use it, but if you can use the whiplet with a diaphragm, it comes out great. How many diaphragm call users do we have here? Yeah, see, a very popular call. Yeah, I can't use it. So, I can use my voice. It's very easy to use your voice. Just form the yolk right here. Here we go. Very easy. Just takes a little bit of practice. Don't do too much because you will get sore here. And I don't do it too much, just maybe once before the season. And, okay. Aggressive. Now, I've been out a lot of times locating turkeys, and you might run into an old veteran who is kind of pissed at you in his area. Don't even worry about it. This is when you want to get loud. And I'm not going to blow you out of your seats. Just take your crow call with you. This is the Primos Power Pro. You definitely want to take that and just hit it twice now. My guys hit it 3 or 4 times. They start to use their breath and it doesn't sound. You know it's a man. I think the gobbler knows too that something doesn't sound just right. So I just hit 2. And with the owl hooter, now a lot of the owl hooters they have in the market, if you blow too hard, it sort of cuts off the air and cuts off your call. But I like the HS strut. And instead of the who cooks for you, who cooks for you all, of the barred owl, I just like to go like this. Yeah. Now listen, because he may cut that off, and I want to be able to listen, especially if I'm alone. If you have a buddy, you're okay. You can do the who cooks for you, who cooks for you all.
When do you use that?
Early in the morning,
Okay.
and right about an hour before sunrise. Timing is everything with turkey hunting. Blow it as hard as I can. And, this does get gobblers to gobble right away, screaming peacock owl. I'm afraid to do it in here. I'll blow you guys out of the seats.
We're not scared.
Go ahead.
Here we go.
Face the other way.
I'll do it. I'll give a half volume. Screaming peacock. Now I'm out there. I'm going to do it longer and louder. And I guarantee that gobbler is going to gobble because he hasn't heard this. Not too many hunters carry this, and he will gobble. And my favorite is the train whistle. I guarantee no hunter is going to have this stuff. I got this special from Tuscarora Legend Game Calls. I got 2 of them. Everybody knows what the train whistle sounds like. It's like this. And yeah, absolutely. You know, and this works. This works, and I have 2 of them, and I definitely will not lose this. I've lost a ton of calls in the woods. A ton of calls, decoys. I lost some good yelpers out there. One cost me. Some of these calls are expensive. One cost me $100. It's probably still out there. And
Use that early in the morning also, the train?
oh yeah. Okay, timing's everything. Timing's
The
everything.
dog whistle works well too.
Thank you. There it is. Well, thank you. I almost forgot. I brought it with me too. And you can get this at PetSmart. It's only a few dollars, $4 or $5. And I did this yesterday in front of my cats. I thought he was going to come after me. It's high pitched. In other words, turkeys hear what we can't. I'm sure a lot of people do. Any questions? Floyd want? Go ahead, yeah,
have hundreds.
ask away.
What are the advantages of slate or fox golf ball? Which is your preference?
Okay, I like slates. I think they're more authentic. I really do. And, but after that, I like boxes. I use them both. Without a doubt, I like slates. And, it just, to me, it sounds like a turkey, you know. And of course, there's different slates. This happens to be a slate over a glass resonator. And over here, so, and they all sound different. Same thing, this is that's a double slate, double glass, excuse me. So it sounds a little different, right to the edge, to get that high pitch. Like a Jenny, you can come in the middle, sounds like a few hens. And, but each one sounds a little different.
When you get a gobbler to answer one,
Mhm.
and then you go to another and he stops answering, you go back to the original call that he
Yeah,
answers
whatever he
to?
likes. I know a lot of guys, you see them on DVDs, they get them going with a box or a slate, the birds come, they go to the diaphragm, and he stops gobbling. You know, it's like, oh man, why is he switching? But, this is my favorite, and of course you can use different strikers. It won't set you back too much as far as money. This happens to be cedar, I have maple, and I'll take carbon out with me in case it's going to rain, or I think it's going to rain, and of course acrylic, HS acrylic puts this out. And this is my favorite rainy day striker. And I've had this one, my God, since like 1992, and I pull a lot of birds in with it. It's getting ready to go here. But this is one of my favorites. It's loud.
Within 50 yards, just to bring a little bit closer or bring in the range?
You can, especially if he's out of sight. Again, if I'm behind this this blind here, and this really, you can move your hands obviously, and I do like to use a ground blind because no one can stay motionless forever. I know I can't. I fidget. After all these years, I still fidget. And I know some people are they're like stones for hours, but I can't do that. So you can get away with a lot of hand movement here. Maybe you want to stretch out a little bit. And it sounds like this. And of course you can hold back too. Sounds a little bit different from the other yelper. Okay.
Inhaling?
Hmm?
You're sucking in the air? Or you're
Absolutely,
forcing it
yeah.
out?
Yeah, this takes a little practice. And I came to use yelpers and wing bones because I don't like diaphragm. Just a personal thing. I have nothing against people who use diaphragm. I just can't use them. And I've been on them all. I've been all over the map. And you sort of want to be like a ninja when you're moving. Just stay on the inside of Woods Road as it curves. You know, it could be a gobbler down there coming around towards you. And if you're daydreaming, and hey, I've been guilty of daydreaming when I'm walking. I've spooked a lot of gobblers. You're thinking about something you got to do later, and you hear putt, putt, putt. Yeah, there he is. You want to stay at the inside of Woods Road. And on Woods Roads, I like to call. That's when you want to call loud and just keep moving. Call loud, keep moving. And again, I like to cut. Just cut and power here. Now keep moving. I'll wait. Now keep moving. Another 100 yards or so, I'll do it again. And a lot of times, just because he didn't answer you, just have confidence to know that a lot of times your calls are being heard. He may not respond, but you can almost picture him, you know, picking up his head, looking in your direction. He may not gobble, but he's heard you, and he may decide to come in later.
Different areas to lose.
Well, say he was roosting and he had hens around him, and you were trying to work them, and it didn't happen. The real hens got with them, they moved into the wetlands, they're gone. Maybe come back 2.5, 3 hours later, go right to the roost. If you know the area, maybe even the tree, and set it right there. And he may hear, you know, he's not going far. A lot of people think they go forever. He's not going far. And if he hears your calls, he's going to know where you, they can remember. he may come in to check you out. He'll probably do it silently. Might gobble once or twice, especially if he's dominant. If he's a 2-year-old, he might gobble back and come back. It's a good thing to remember. Just set up at the roost area at 9:30 or 10. And it might work. Nothing works, nothing's foolproof, believe me. I can go out sometimes, absolutely. Go ahead.
How big a reach do they have, or they maintain through their?
Yeah, it varies. It's probably bigger in the fall because they're looking for food. But in the breeding season, it's not going to be that much. It's really hard to put the acreage on.
Would you say like a mile square, the radius?
I would say much smaller.
Or is it?
Much smaller. I don't think a gobbler's going to be going within a half mile of this roost. Yeah.
They'll be going wherever the hens are moving, where they're feeding.
Yeah, absolutely. I like to follow streams. I like to follow streams because it's like a highway. The hens are going to be nesting near the streams. They're looking for tree blowdowns, and the gobblers know that. And the gobblers going to be near the streams, lakes, things like that.
Sounds like a deer.
This goes with this. This is the guy. This bird's right here, 3 or 4 years old, and he came in with the orange safety decoy that Featherflex used to put out, but doesn't anymore. And you can really see I painted up. There's no gobbler that has orange wings, and I put him out not in the morning but in the afternoon. Totally safe. Everybody knew that this was a decoy. And I was there. I just wanted to see if it was going to work. And gobbler 4 chicks.
All at the same time?
All at the same time. Last week of the season. Unbelievable. And so,
Well, because of the color,
absolutely, they can see color. Absolutely. I've gobbled gobblers in, and their head goes from white, red. Absolutely. They get pissed just like we do. It sounds funny, but they know, they feel emotion.
Who makes this decoy?
This is a Featherflex. And when I buy decoys, I'm going to talk about decoys now. I don't want to spend a lot of money. There's some out there called 80 and X. They're over $100. In these meetings, we put it that way. Now, I really believe this will bring a gobbler. I like to use this one, but I'll still keep the necktie on. And yeah, it's all about safety with me. I see a lot of hunters out. It's getting popular. And speaking of when you pattern your gun, this is where I point right here. That's what I point. A lot of people will point right at the head, but half your pattern's going to fly high anyway. So I always point at the neck. Unless he's close, I'll put it down even further. And another thing about missing a turkey and firing over him, the reason a lot of people do it, right? It happened to me so many times. I mean, in 1994, I won a registered ski doubles, 12 gauge, 94 out of 100. But it was raining and windy. And I beat guys that had crave-offs. So I'm saying, why am I missing these turkeys? It's the position that you're sitting in. You're sitting down with one knee up and one like this. And you're gonna you get used to it. It's a learned skill. You're gonna shoot high. I guarantee you. I've missed at least a dozen gobblers. Now, what the heck is going on? Because it's a learned skill when you're sitting down there with that knee up. It's very, very tough. It's unnatural, and it's going to take you a while to get used to it. And the way to get used to it is to sit in your living room with a gun or a broomstick and sort of go like that. Keep it, just say, head down, head down. When I shot skeet, I've done a lot of hunting straight before every shot. Head down, please. Before every shot.
So what was the reason why you overshoot?
Because it's an unnatural position. Sitting down with one knee up, it's tough. It took me a long time. I can get down there now, no problem. But initially, if you're not used to it, have you ever done that, son? Yeah, shot over?
Not after you
It's tough. It really takes. So when you're sitting down with that one knee up, just keep your head down, head down, head down. You know what I'm saying? Keep that head down on that stock, and shoot right for where, right here. That's where you want to shoot. Don't shoot at the head.